Stass here. Happy Homebrew Wednesday to you all. It's been a little while since I posted a proper Homebrew Wednesday video. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Some of you may know I entered in a couple of my beers to a local homebrew competition with some certified BJCP judges. I entered two beers, the Jim Payne Pedigree Clone Jim Payne Pedigree Clone, which I've still got a little bit here. It's beautiful, clear in the glass. Brought these out probably about 5 minutes ago on keg, so still plenty of carbonation in that. And my Milky Way Porter. So I entered these two. This was in the, what category was this? The Jim Payne. I was pretty happy with this, although it did have quite a strong floral note to it when I was smelling it. I wasn't 100% happy with it. It was totally drinkable, and this is usually not a beer that I would drink a lot of, so I'm not, probably up to date on the style. But I've got the results back. Now, I'll start with the Pedigree Clone. This didn't do so well. I think, what did it get? It got 27 out of 50 and 27 out of 50. The judges said it was had noticeable diacetyl. And I thought I'd have a smell. Now, I put this down to a caramelly sweetness and EKG nose. Now reading the judges' comments, possible that diacetyl is in the beer, but also got my second bottle, which I entered in because I was stewarding. It was a great event, actually. Might put up some pictures. I took a few pictures, not a heap because I was busy stewarding. So yeah, took a few pictures. But anyway, I collected my bottle because I wanted to see if the bottle is any different to the kegged version and read some comments. So I'll just revisit this one from the keg. It's been a little while since I've drunk it. Yeah. EKG is there. Slightly caramel note. Diacetyl, maybe. Usually I'm pretty good with diacetyl in terms of default. Let's crack open the bottle 2. I did not do a VDK test. So it is possible that because I've kept the keg cold, the oh, that smells different. VDK, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's basically a precursor to diacetyl, and if the beer gets warm and or over time, if it gets warm up, the process can happen faster. It oxidizes and turns into diacetyl. So still looks beautiful and clear. Appearance. I didn't score too well on appearance. Well, one judge scored it 1 out of 3, and the other one scored it 3 out of 3. Anyway, you know how comps are. Anyway, let's have a smell. That is different. I mean, it's different. This feels a bit drier, which is odd. It is. Anything. I'm picking up the potential for diacetyl a little more in the kegged version rather than the bottled version. This one's got a slightly drier and thinner mouthfeel, a bit more metallic. Might be a bit colder, this one. But anyway, I'll get more into that later. Anyway, so we didn't do too well with the best bitter. That's okay. This Milky Way Porter, I did a brew day up here, grain glass, and this is the one I brewed on a commercial system, 600 litre, small commercial system. Picked up second place, so I'm pretty happy with that. Judges gave it a 36 out of 50 and a 34 out of 50, so I'm very happy with this. Comments were mostly, I mean, of the two beers that I entered, this one was definitely the one I was most confident with. As you know, when you enter competitions, it's more about, you got to brew a good beer that's free of faults, but you also got to enter it in the appropriate style. So I was pretty confident that this was going to, be straight down the line of an English porter with a little bit of a twist. This one's got lactose in it, so it's on the sweeter side, but it's got heaps of dark chocolate and coffee, and it's almost like a mocha because it's got that lactose milk sweetness to it. Caramel. I really like the aroma on this one. It's got a like a hazelnut sweetness, chewiness to it. Very easy drinking. Based on the comments of this one, I think both judges. One judge is a pro brewer. The other one is an experienced BJCP judge. I think they're right. They said it's probably the chocolate does dominate a little bit, and could be a little bit more late edition hops, and the sweetness is probably a little over the top for the style. So it might be interesting to just dial that lactose back a bit, and just change the balance a bit, maybe with some bit more late edition hops. I used Topaz in the late edition of this one, so might up that next time I brew it. But I'm very happy with this brew. So that's my big news this week. Other things that have been happening, I put on a batch of the Vacant Gesture on Monday for my brother-in-law's engagement party. They're having an afternoon get-together party sort of thing, and I offered to brew them a beer, and because it's an afternoon, a couple of hours, I didn't want to put a big, 6% IPA or something on, so I thought I'd go for a moderate ABV beer, which is still hoppy. And when Harry Brew 69 gave the recipe, that was something that I really did want to brew. So that went down on Monday, fermenting away. Grain to glass is coming. I've also got a couple of new toys that I've been kindly sent. I've got an Inkbird Wi-Fi temperature control. The 308 Wi-Fi one. This one. Yes, I was sent that by Inkbird to do a review, so that I'm tracking the fermentation of the of the Vacant Gesture with that. But also, I was kindly sent a tilt hydrometer from Beerco to do a bit of a review on. So that's also in the Vacant Gesture, tracking to see how the fermentation is going. Now it's interesting seeing the difference between the temperature controller, which is in a thermo well at the bottom, and the tilt, which is at the top. Bit of a temperature variation. I did calibrate both of them, but it's really interesting seeing how the beer progresses, and I've tried to sort of log out, whenever because I can't get the temperature down to pitching temp just with the water, because the groundwater is still above 20 degrees. So I put it in the fridge. The tilt's in the wort as the wort's coming down. Then I logged when I pitched the yeast, and I logged when I started to see bubbles coming out of the airlock, but you could start to see the gravity sort of start to fall and the temperature even out. I think they're different systems, the way that they measured the temperature too. The Inkbird, the thermo well, seems to be in direct contact with the wort, so it's a little bit more responsive to temperature changes. I think the tilt hydrometer, the temperature sensor is actually inside the perspex or whatever the clear plastic is, and so you need to wait for the ambient air temperature inside to be affected by the wort around it. So it's a bit of a lag behind the metal temperature probe in the thermo well. But yeah, anyway, it's interesting and allows hopefully it allows me to more accurately start to ramp up the temperatures. But I'm going to do a proper review on the temperature controller and the tilt hydrometer in the near future. And those of you who are watching, I know I said I would do a review of the Digiboil 35 litre. I haven't forgotten. I've just been insanely busy. I've been volunteering my time for a local music festival where I'm doing website stuff and organising online ticketing, and the subject that I'm tutoring in at uni is getting to crunch time where they're doing their live stream performances, and there's lots of stuff to think about. And, kids with after school activities, cleaning house, making sure everyone's got stuff to eat, and all that jazz. So anyway, I thought I'd do a quick, which ended up being, 12, 13 minutes. But anyway, in summary, very happy with these beers that I entered in. The keg, this English bit is almost empty in the keg, which is good because I need a keg for the Vacant Gesture in about a week. So if you've never entered beers into a competition, I'd strongly recommend it. Obviously, comps there is a level of subjectivity in any tastings, but it's a lot of it's about getting your beer entered in the right category. So if you want to do it, it's a really great process to get feedback on your beers. And if you can steward, like what I did, I found it really interesting because once the judges judge it, you can have a taste of all the other homebrewers' beers and get a sense of how they compare to your own with your own tastes. It's just a fun day. So yeah, if you haven't done a competition, I'd recommend doing it. I think that's about it. So for about the third time this video, I'm going to sign out. So cheers everyone, and I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.